Hey guys, it's NerdGasm, and today's villain breakdown is going to be on Mr. Negative, a character I've been asked to do for quite some time. Now that I've finally gotten up off my ass, let's get this shit done. Martin Lee, also known as Mr. Negative, debuted for Marvel Comics in The Amazing Spider-Man #1 from May of 2007, part of that year's Free Comic Book Day. Mr. Negative was a crew member on the Golden Mountain, a slave ship run by the Snakeheads gang in China that sold Fujian prisoners as overseas slaves to Kenya. The ship would crash on the shores of New York, and Mr. Negative would steal the identity of one of the deceased slaves, named Martin Lee. Later, he would be captured by the Magia crime family and its Don, Silvermane, and be experimented on with a synthetic drug known as D-Light, created by the demon Despair as a potent hybrid of crack and heroin. This drug usually had fatal results, but in the case of Cloak and Dagger, for example, sometimes generated unique powers in its user. Mr. Negative was no exception, as the D-Light drug made him develop powers related to the Light Force and Dark Force, positive and negative energies drawn from the Light Force and Dark Force dimensions respectively. It also created two distinct personalities within him, a light side and a dark side. One is Martin Lee, the kind-hearted and humble immigrant who operates the soup kitchen known as Feast in Chinatown, which stands for Food, Emergency Aid, Shelter, and Training. Peter Parker and Aunt May are volunteers there, unaware of Lee's dual identity. The other personality within Lee is Mr. Negative, his dark side, which intends to become Chinatown's kingpin of crime, eliminating everything and everyone in his way, if need be. Because he can control both the positive and negative energies of the Light Force and Dark Force dimensions, Mr. Negative's appearance is that of a photographic negative, which is pretty unique. He can heal people with his touch, or simply corrupt them, by inverting their moral principles to the opposite side of the spectrum. The lighter one's soul, the darker they become. His henchmen gang are known as the Inner Demons, and utilize electrified weapons. Mr. Negative himself is also known for using swords, imbued with Dark Force energy. Much like the Batman villain Two-Face, Mr. Negative is a character that discusses themes regarding duality, and more prominently the concept of good versus evil. Martin Lee is in constant flux between his two sides, these two extremes, and his behavior is similar to that of someone with dissociative identity disorder. I was not familiar with the Mr. Negative character until I played the Spider-Man game on PS4, released in 2018, but I think he is very interesting, not only from a visual standpoint, but with his overall concept as well. Despite debuting in 2007, I think Mr. Negative will find his place alongside some of Spider-Man's greatest enemies, in time. There is more to be explored with this character in the comics, because as of right now, to my knowledge, very few people know that Martin Lee and Mr. Negative are one and the same, Spider-Man included. What do you guys think of Mr. Negative? Be sure to let me know in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed the video and would like to support my content, hit that subscribe button, bell icon for notifications, and check out my Patreon page for additional perks. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.